What is up, guys? This is Nite School episode 7, Science in New Mexico. I'm Antonio Ant-Man Anthony. This is my boy Chano, and we're here at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History to learn about bombs, Oppenheimer, and science in New Mexico. This episode's gonna be the bomb.
We're gonna learn how to make a bomb.
We'll learn how bombs were made. We're not gonna make any bombs, Chano.
Just in case.
Just in case. Not just in case. He's the guy with the tongue, right? What's up? He's like,
I invented a bomb.
So let's check it out. Chano, he's got your beard.
He does. We got a match.
Oh, Chano, look at this. It's like
Los Alamos Project main gate.
passes must be presented to guards. Okay.
The guard's not here.
Oh, sweet. Let's sneak in. All right, come. So check it out. The reason we're here is because they made the bomb
In Los Alamos.
in Los Alamos.
Yeah.
So if you've seen the movie Oppenheimer, I think they even filmed it right here in this little spot. The whole movie. Hey, check out those big mittens. You know what they say about big hands?
Give bigger high fives.
Hey! Tongue guy again.
Hey, it's tongue guy.
This guy, he's the guy that like sold out Oppenheimer in the movie. Oppenheimer's wife didn't shake his hand in the end. Did you see the movie, Chano?
I fall asleep during movies a lot.
Barbenheimer. I liked Barbie. I liked Knuff. I'm excited for Oppenheimer. Even wore my fedora. But it's it's a big screen. I mean, it would be if I was in a movie theater. He said it. He said New Mexico. He said he likes it there. He said New Mexico. He said it. That's why we're here. That's why we care. He said it. He said it. He said he likes New Mexico. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put it here. All right. I've totally been there. I've camped there. I recognize those trees. Yeah, I've totally been there. There's Los Alamos. You ever been to that town? You can go now. It's cool. They have like a big Smith's. They have a humidor in it, and there's like a big view outside. It's just like that, but like modern with like Smith's. It looks cold. They always get snowstorms when like Albuquerque doesn't, and it kind of like makes me mad. Tony Stark's Iron Man's why I picked Ant-Man as my nickname. I didn't pick my nickname. It's because I was short. He like went to jail. But now look at him. He's got way more money than me. Way more money than me. Not for long though. Not after Nite School takes off. I thought he said that I become Death Thing like after the bomb. Not after he with Florence Pugh. They're gonna drop the bomb. I'm on like the edge of my seat, or I would be if I wasn't in like a lazy boy. It's gonna be loud. Cover your ears. There's no sound. It's like super quiet. Whoa! Whoa! That was really loud. I thought it's like the sound. There's still an hour left in this movie, but like they just dropped the bomb. What more is there? Also, there's like not much New Mexico anymore. It's kind of getting boring. That was a long movie. Did you like it? Cool. And I'm here with Manhattan Project expert Scotty Milder. What was the Manhattan Project?
Super duper top secret plan to make the first atomic bomb in the mountains of northern New Mexico.
You worked on the Manhattan Project?
Worked on it in the sense that my gene pool was originated there.
I'm sorry, I'm not a science guy. Were you created in a lab? What do you mean?
My grandfather worked on it, and then I grew up there.
Your grandfather's Robert Oppenheimer?
No, my grandfather was a mechanic in the motor pool. So he was like literally working on like army trucks while the scientists were off doing what they were doing.
Was he like, oh sweet, like I'm here, there's all these like people with like really intense jobs, and I'm just doing my thing?
I think he had no idea what was going on.
I could build this.
Wes, no way.
Oh yeah, man. Look. You just get some metal, get the cords for the guitars. I got all those amps at home. Make a big circle. Oh, I remember this. That's pretty solid. Do you think these are like the latches? Where they held
maybe
on
that's
to the
like
bomb?
how it like held on.
Are these the actual bombs? No, they would have blown up, right?
Yeah, Oppenheimer thought like, oh well, this will make sure like nobody ever fights wars again, because like why would you when you have all this stuff? But
that worked, right?
It worked. There's never been no more wars. No more wars, right? World War II, that was it.
And then we stopped studying any wars.
We said, done.
I
No
don't
more.
even remember another war.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not in my lifetime.
This next section is called the Cold War.
Okay, maybe there was like one more war, but like...
But it was cold.
It was cold.
Scotty, what do you actually do?
I teach film at the Santa Fe Community College, and I write horror stories about monsters.
Cool. I feel like nuclear bombs kind of giant monsters.
Yeah.
You feel like an appropriate expert.
I do know that the history of kaiju is deeply tied to Los Alamos and to the Manhattan Project, to the atomic bomb. I mean, Godzilla would not exist without the atomic bomb. The original film was 1954. So it's like 9 years after we dropped the two atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And then here's this movie about a giant nuclear monster obliterating Tokyo. Like Godzilla is a representation of the atomic bomb.
What was it like growing up in Los Alamos? What was the vibe?
You know, growing up there, I didn't think that much about it, but looking back, it's a very weird town. I mean, it's a little bit less so now, but at the time, it's like a little bit caught in the 1950s.
Would you hear weird noises at night where they're like glowing people walking around town?
We had something when I was a kid called the 5 o'clock horn. At 5 o'clock, just somewhere, there was a big bong sound that would go off. But it was like some part of the lab was, I don't know what
had to have a horn go on.
Also, there's definitely like canyons you can't hike around in. They have signs posted. You might step in a mine or like an old artillery shell that's just like down there.
As a kid, like what was there to do in town?
In high school, I used to drive around like the mountain roads. And I did take a wrong turn once and turn down a road that apparently was not a road I was supposed to go down. And a bunch of armed guards with like big scary machine guns told me to turn around.
What?
I was like, oh, okay. I guess this is not a camping road.
You want to become a true Puertorriqueño, eh? Oh, I've lived here long enough that you deserve the title. Well, let's find out.
Red or green?
Christmas.
What's our favorite show?
Breaking Bad.
Our big annual event.
Balloon Fiesta?
The traffic for Balloon Fiesta, but we'll accept it. It's okay.
Central at night.
Oh God, never.
Abuela offers you food, but you're not hungry? What do you do?
If Abuela says I'm hungry, then I'm hungry.
When was the last time the Isotopes won?
They won?
Good, good. I can see that you've done your research. All right, let's move on to the final question to find out if you're a true Puertorriqueño. Where are the bombs hidden?
What?
Oh, you heard him. The bombs. Every Puertorriqueño knows where they're keeping the nukes. Even though the military thinks it's a big secret, it's not, and we know where it is, so where are the bombs?
The base. It has to be the base?
Oh, the base. Do you know how big the base is? Where on the base? Underneath the mountains? In the plains? At the commissary? Underneath the teacher's lounge at the elementary school? The KFC outside of the Truman Gate? In the barracks? In the fleet? Where are the nukes?
That has to be top secret, right? There's no way people could possibly know that.
My tío Pedro helped build the base, and you get 2 drinks in him, and he spills all the beans. Now tell us, where's the bombs?
I don't know. I wasn't ready.
She's clean. Bring in the next one. How many times have they blown up a nuclear bomb?
50.
Oh no, it's higher.
150?
Oh, higher.
400.
Way higher.
1,000.
Even higher, man.
Okay, how much is it, Chana?
It's like over 2,000.
Nuclear bombs?
Yeah, man.
Was it Albert Einstein that made the bomb?
No. Some of his theoretical ideas were kind of applied to it, but he was actually, I think, pretty like against making the bomb.
So if Albert Einstein didn't make the bomb, if he was against making the bomb, who was the guy that did the Manhattan Project?
That was J. Robert Oppenheimer. I mean, he was the father of the atomic bomb.
What did the J stand for?
Joe? I don't know. Maybe.
Why do you feel like New Mexico is such a hub for like science?
We're a big old state with not a lot of people.
Okay.
So it's easy to like do stuff with nobody looking.
We can blow up a bomb in the desert.
Like there are a couple reasons why Oppenheimer picked Los Alamos. One was like he had actually gone to the old ranch school there when he was a kid. I think there was a part of it is like he kind of wanted an excuse to come back here. But also he was like, no one will know what we're doing there.
Also, probably the Nazis didn't even know New Mexico was like part of the United States. But,
half the country still doesn't know. So
yeah, exactly.
PLA 1980, counting stars, what's on Mars? PLA, radio waves, when I say hey, you say hey. PLA, here to stay, when I say hey, you say hey. When I say hey, you say hey! Happy birthday, Dawn! You remembered! We love you! Of course we remember! We love you! VLA! When I say hey, you say... I thought this was a place of work. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get him! Yeah, beat him up! Let's probe him! Hooray! Radio waves save the day!
What's the VLA?
that's down by Socorro or down by Magdalena. I think there's like 27 enormous dishes sitting out in the desert there. Big
That nobody's
radio
put in the
antenna.
dishwasher.
Yeah.
I just know that Jodie Foster works there.
Yeah, she's out there looking for aliens right now.
Yeah. What are they doing?
They're basically looking for radio waves. The idea is like one of these big satellite dishes, it's like, a little pinprick. So you can't really find anything. But if you create a big array of dishes, you create a big.
Oh, it
tie
like
them
acts as like a
together.
giant dish.
Yeah, it creates basically a giant dish. And you can move them around and like reposition them. And so you can just search the sky for different cosmic radio waves. And initially, I don't think the plan was like to look for like alien radio signals. I think it's like looking for different celestial objects.
Okay, all right.
But then, of course, like, the weirdos like me are like, aliens are going to be out there.
Unless they're all being quiet because of a scary alien.
Have you heard of the Fermi paradox?
Yeah, was? That's named after a guy who was at
Enrico
Los
Fermi. He was
Alamos.
at the Manhattan Project.
What is the Fermi paradox?
If the galaxy is full of a bunch of stars and solar systems like ours, alien civilizations out there, so where is everybody?
The Great Silence.
What's up, guys? Super excited. My sister found out we were doing this episode and she said, I want to help. I've got a surprise for you. So she went down on location to film something. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, my name is Little Anita. I drove all the way to Roswell to talk to you guys about the International UFO Museum, where we're gonna learn all about the science and technology behind the UFOs. You see all these books, all of them are on science and technology. Look at all this sciencey stuff. Science!
Time out. That was like our whole first episode. Anita, I thought you watched it. You said you did. It was all about Roswell. It's okay. It's all right. Next time. Thanks for the effort, but let's go. We're going to go to a museum with Chana.
Do you know what Fallout is?
No?
You make nuclear energy. You're taking really unstable atoms, and you're taking like other really unstable atoms, and you're like pushing them together until finally they run into each other, and then they start like chain reacting. Makes a ton of energy, and that's like how the sun works. But what happens afterwards is because you like did all this crazy stuff with atoms, they like leave all this residual atom stuff around, and they're like really bad for you. So you have to like be under the ground, like tape up all your windows and vents, and like hide for like a couple weeks. That's like what fallout is. And so if you have a shelter, you're like protected from the fallout, but even then, like probably not by much. You'd like lose all your hair.
No way.
Yeah, and then like your skin goes away too. I was watching Chernobyl, so like I'm an expert on it now.
Oh, that's crazy. Look, a red button. What do you think happened?
No, John, wait!
Whoa!
Whoa! Highway to the danger zone.
You know, I can't fly because I'm colorblind. I learned that in Little Miss Sunshine.
I was filmed in New Mexico.
I saw a guy going down course with one of these the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I feel like northern New Mexico has such like history with science, even like predating Los Alamos.
Well, I mean, there's the whole like history, like the acequias.
Yeah, yeah.
This is something I'm definitely not an expert in, but like acequias are local kind of community irrigation system. You find them in the villages and the pueblos of mostly northern New Mexico, but you also find them, I think, down kind of around here in Albuquerque. And it's basically bringing like water from the rivers into the communities, and it's like using gravity. And it
It's
was
like where the Romans.
yeah,
like the
basically.
aqueducts.
I think it goes back to the Puebloan people. And,
Okay.
and then the Spanish kind of used a lot of that technology.
They were like, we see what you're doing.
and we're going to take what you're doing.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing this. Yeah.
Right.
Francisco, why are we digging all these holes?
they're not holes. We're digging a channel to build an acequia because the governor wants us to get water down to the community.
I just don't see how it's going to work.
Do you know nothing about the latest science? Look here. Do you know why that happened?
The devil?
That's exactly right, Diego. The devil. Do you remember a few years ago when Juan Sebastian Elcano sailed around the world, thus proving it is round?
See?
The latest science tells us that everything, from cows to water to dirt, everything falls towards the center of the earth because the earth's center is dense, and that's where the devil lives.
Oh, so like, because the devil's trying to like always get us, he's like bringing everything towards him?
That's what the Pope says. And God, he created the ground to keep the devil from getting our cows.
Oh, so that's why we build the acequia at a slight incline from like the water source, so that way the water rolls down towards the community?
Well, technically, it does flow towards the devil. But we snatch it away from him before he can get it.
But doesn't that mean eventually it'll go towards the devil?
Ay, Dios mío. You're right, Diego. We have to tell the governor.
What if, instead of telling the governor and incurring his wrath, we came up with a new system of water distribution?
We might get promoted if we did that.
For España!
For Nuevo Mexico!
Vive el Papa!
Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah!
Whoa! You guys have barely done any work digging this acequia. The governor is going to be pissed.
We cannot in good conscience continue to dig this acequia, for if the town does not use the water, it will flow straight to the devil.
You fools. You know nothing of science. That's why you put dams in. To keep the water for the people. And to keep it out of the reaches of the devil. Now get back to work.
Francisco, the Spanish can learn lessons. You know what? I'm gonna write my cousin Aguirre and tell him I was wrong all those years ago. I just hope he can still forgive me.
Are you a Girde?
I feel like you're a horror guy. I feel like you have to go there. The Ghost Ranch.
I've been to Ghost Ranch.
Are there ghosts at the Ghost Ranch?
It's called Ghost Ranch, so I assume there's ghosts there.
Somebody saw a ghost. Ghost Ranch has got dinosaurs. Have you
Oh.
written a horror story about a dinosaur?
I have not yet.
Dinosaurs are scary. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen Jurassic Park, but what do you know about dinosaurs in New Mexico? Do you know what the state dinosaur is? Do you know how to say it?
Coelophysis, I think.
Coelophysis.
Coelophysis.
Oh, I guess I added a EO.
You were closer than I was.
Here, let's listen to this.
Coelophysis.
Coelophysis.
I've been mispronouncing it for years. When I first read Harry Potter, I thought Hermione was Hermione. And for years, I just read it as Hermione. And I was like, God, what a horrible name for a child.
Sure is spooky here at the Ghost Ranch.
We'll definitely find a ghost here.
I don't think we should be here.
We have to be here. We can't be ghost hunters if we don't find any ghosts. Now, just use your psychic abilities to find a good location to set up.
I think this is as good a place as any. Ah, what was that?
It's a special edition Ouija board. It makes that sound when I open it. My grandma gave it to me. Is there anyone with us tonight? Yes.
Oh no.
What is your name? C-O-E. L-O.
Coelho? Coolio? Cola. Coca-Cola?
P-H. Olaf. Soloeth. Why? Oh, come on. S-I-S. Chufistis. Sophisalophysis? Can we talk to someone with the shorter name? T-R-E-X? T-Rex.
I'm excited to hang out, but why are we filming? We already filmed the episode.
Oh man, I got something to show you. You know how we went to that museum?
Yeah, that was a blast.
I took all these notes, and I got something very special to show you. You're gonna want to put those on.
Wait, what do you mean you got some?
Okay, oh, they're going now. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Oh, that's bright. You're right, dog. We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's go.
Wait, Chano, we gotta go. The government's coming.
Thanks for talking to us today. I'm so glad those guards didn't kill you. You have a podcast, right?
2 podcasts, actually.
Tell our viewers at home so they can check it out.
I do a weird history podcast with Emilio Puero. It's called The Weirdest Thing. And then I also have a horror podcast. It's called Horror from the High Desert.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Follow Scotty Milder. Check out those podcasts. Scotty, thank you so much for talking to us today.
All right, guys, that was Nite School episode 7, Institute of Technology and Science and all that stuff. Guys, we learned so much today. We learned about the Manhattan Project. We learned about dinosaurs. We learned about acequias. We learned about all sorts of science stuff in New Mexico. Who knew? Like, I didn't do good in science, but like, this is a sciencey place. So I hope you learned a lot. This episode was a blast. It was the bomb, no pun intended. And by the way, we love New Mexico. There's still people affected by like downwind radiation, so like tell your congressman to like get on it and get them the help they need. Antonio Ant-Man Anthony signing out. Everybody's favorite nuclear baseball team, Albuquerque Isotopes. It's a whole new ball game. Bam.
I say hey. You say hey.
Oh, that one.
Oh, okay. Dang. Oh, sorry. Uranium capital, Grants, New Mexico.
Hey, we've been to Grants.
We've been to Grants?
Yeah.